What is the best diet to lose body fat? With so many options and a growing list of new diets, it can be overwhelming trying to decide the best path forward. The default is usually going to be just doing whatever you hear at the lunch table at work. There's keto, where you remove all carbs from your diet, carnivore, where you only eat meat, vegan, where you eat no meat, fasting, where you skip a meal or entire days of eating, egg fasting. Don't do that. In actuality, all these diets can work, but you don't want just to lose the weight. You want to be able to keep it off for good. Maybe you've already tried some of these diets and saw results, but why did you gain the weight back? Was it that you lacked discipline, or was it that the diet you were following was unsustainable to begin with? So which diet will lose the most fat, and which diet is going to set you up for a lifestyle that you can actually maintain? Let's break that down. So how does weight loss actually work? Well, let's compare a few popular diets using results from countless studies that have compared many diets already. Keto, fasting, and carnivore. Which one is going to burn body fat the fastest? Well, when calories are controlled, you might be surprised with the answer. Let's assume for each person it requires they eat 2,000 calories to stay the same weight. With keto, we remove all carbs, and that brings Keto Karen's daily calorie total to 1,500 calories. With fasting, we cut out breakfast and only eat from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that lowers Fasting Freddy's calories to 1,500. And with Carnivore Carl, he's eating only meat, which removes enough carbs to lower calories to 1,500 as well. With each person, they are eating 500 calories less than what their body burns all day. And so in each diet, if calories are controlled, each person will lose the same amount of fat regardless of what they ate. Losing weight is not about what you eat, it's about how much you eat. More specifically, eating less calories and the amount of calories that your body burns. This is called a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is not a diet, it's how weight loss happens.
But what about ketosis?
Relax there, Keto Karen, there's an explanation. Ketosis is when your body shifts from utilizing carbs for fuel to fats. And mistakenly, people make this out to mean that you're burning fat from your body. But no, ketosis simply means that your body's now utilizing the fat that you're eating for fuel. The only time your body taps into actual body fat is if you are eating low enough calories. So even on a keto diet, you can actually be gaining weight if you're eating too many calories.
Well, what about fasting?
Slow down there, Fasting Freddy. You're actually related to my good friend here, Binging Betty. Fasting is just another way to cut calories with the added risk of developing an eating disorder. You go a period of time of not eating, and then in a small window eat a lot. That's literally binge eating.
Well, what about reducing insulin resistance and fighting off cancer?
Yeah, well, studies have compared fasting with just eating the same amount of calories throughout the day, and there's no additional or exclusive benefit with fasting. You get all the same health benefits that you would get with fasting inside of any type of calorie deficit. There's nothing magical happening just because you're eating in a certain time of the day. So if keto, fasting, and carnivore are just different ways to lower calories, do we just eat whatever we want as long as we're eating low enough calories? Technically, you can. One study done by the head of nutrition at Kansas State University tried to prove this by eating only Twinkies and Hostess snacks and some multivitamins. He hit a calorie target and boom, lost weight. Not only that, but all of his health markers improved. His resting blood sugar, his risk of cancer, his blood pressure. But if you were to go and attempt to eat only Twinkies without the accountability of being part of a study and washed at all times, you might find it pretty hard to keep calories low enough while eating only Twinkies. One big reason why you're gonna be hungry. One positive that we can take away from all these different fad diets is that there's always a focus on eating more whole foods. And when we are eating more nutrient-dense whole foods, we naturally stay more full because we're giving our body what it needs. Doing so automatically lowers your calorie intake enough to often see a calorie deficit and lose weight. But instead of walking the narrow path of eating only meat or only fats or only carbs, you can broaden the options available to you. For every person who does carnivore and eats only meat and says they've never felt better, there's a vegan who only eats carbs who's saying the exact same thing. The common denominator between these two crazy people is that they went from eating a ton of processed foods to eating a ton of whole foods. And there's a ton of options for whole foods. To build your own meals, simply use this flexible dieting meal plan, choosing an option for protein, then a carb, and a veggie, and you got yourself unlimited meal ideas that are balanced, whole foods, and will lower your calorie intake automatically. And you wouldn't have to make every single meal this way, but if you just start making it the majority of what you eat, you can easily lose 10 to 20 pounds without having to worry about exactly how many calories you're eating. Now, at some point, tracking calories will be something to allow you to take yourself to the next level. It also removes guessing because if you can know exactly how much you're eating, you'll lose weight automatically. And that's all calorie tracking is. It's a tool to develop awareness around what is what, how many calories am I eating, what is protein, what is carbs, what is fat. Just like making a budget for your finances, it's a way to just understand exactly what's working or what's not working and making adjustments accordingly. So we lower calories by eating more whole foods, potentially start tracking calories, because now we know carnivore, fasting, keto, any fad diet with a name is just another gimmicky way to lower calories. So how do we take all this information and actually apply it on a structured plan? Well, here's a step-by-step process that I use with my clients to take them from nutrition overwhelm to nutrition mastery, where they can lose weight while still eating food they love. Phase 1, hunger management. We incorporate easy habits that you can stick to that will automatically lower calories and lead to weight loss, because you won't have as many cravings and as much hunger anymore. The 3 levels of hunger management. Level 1, eating 25 grams of protein for breakfast. Level 2, eating 25 grams of protein for lunch and dinner. And level 3, making 2/3 of your meals per day from home. Aim to accomplish at least 5 out of 7 days for each level before moving to the next level. And through phase 1, you can easily lose 10 to 20 pounds. Phase 2, calorie awareness. Here we start to get portion awareness by tracking calories and nailing that down. Level 1, we start with just tracking calories, not really aiming for a target. Level 2, we hit a calorie target 4 out of 7 days. And level 3, we hit a calorie target 3 out of 4 weeks in a month. Phase 3, macro awareness. Macros are the different types of calories, and there are 3: protein, carbs, and fat. Level 1, we hit the ideal protein target 4 out of 7 days. That ideal target is 1 gram per pound of goal body weight. Level 2, we hit a fiber target 4 out of 7 days. 21 to 25 grams for females and 30 to 35 grams for males. And then level 3, we hit a fat target 4 out of 7 days. Basically, we just want to make sure your fat is a minimum of 20% of your calories. Anything below that can really start to mess with hormones and stuff. Going one phase at a time, one level at a time, creates a snowball effect. You get results the entire way, you're speeding through the entire thing, and next thing you know, you have nutrition mastery. And you'll have a plethora of tools that you now know how to use that you can pick up and set down whenever you like. If you're looking to get started in phase 1, my free pizza-friendly nutrition guide is a great place to start. It will provide you with 5 nutrition strategies that you can start implementing that don't involve tracking calories. And this will set you up to lose 10 to 20 pounds while still eating food you love. And if that sounds helpful, you can tap on the link below in the description. Oh, and it has like 20 meal ideas that are high in protein and delicious. See you in the next video. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments.